Hello everybody, welcome back. So I'm sitting here in my dressing gown today. It's not a good image, I know, but my boiler's broken yet again, so I'm waiting for the boiler man to come and fix everything. So I'm not going to wear anything. I'm going to wear a dressing gown for the day, I think. And also, it's kind of fitting in a way. So before we go into the charts, I've recently been playing around with all these bots on Bitsgap, and absolutely every single one of them has come through unbelievable. These are the oldest one down here is probably the worst one. It was a bad pairing, but look at some of these. This is less than 24 hours old here. My investment is up almost 15%, and I've accumulated almost 9% more on top of my original investment. So you can't go wrong, I suppose, with these bots. So in many ways, it's nice to be sitting around in a dressing gown when you've got all these robots working for you. Absolutely perfect situation for me right now, so I can sit back and let them do the job. Anyway, if you want to set an account up, there's a link below. It's free, and you get 14 days of the pro account as well if you use that link. No obligation to continue. You don't need to buy anything or anything like that, but if you did want to, there's different versions you can go for. There's a free one obviously, but you will get the pro one for 14 days. And like I say, at the moment it's been a perfect win ratio, even in downtrends. In fact, the downtrends are better because you seem to accumulate more if you're doing a BTC or Ethereum pair. When there's a downtrend, you end up basically accumulating more at a faster rate. So it's basically a win-win. If it goes up, you make money. If it goes down, you accumulate more, which essentially is going to be worth more in the end. So anyway, I'll leave that with you if you want to set that up below. And let's have a look at Bitcoin. So personally, the way that this daily chart looks is looking still a little bit iffy. So we'll look at the RSI to start with, because the RSI is still continuing in many ways to make lower highs and possibly lower lows. Now this one is a double bottom here, and this one is just its first higher low. So there is a chance that we will sort of make a bigger, bolder move up towards 17,000. But if that is the case, then that would certainly be the top, and there would be likely a large correction at that point. The money flow index has been very high this entire time, and basically getting rejected, but not going into a dangerous zone. As you can see, when in the past, when we break outside of these zones, that's when bigger corrections are made. So out here was safe. Here there was a bigger correction. Here there was a bigger correction. Here a bigger correction. Here a reasonably large correction. Here a big correction. That one not quite so much. So there's definitely room to move, but if we were to move much higher, I would say that they would be ready for a big correction. Talking 10 to perhaps 20%, but there's definitely room to move. When we're looking at the top of the Bollinger Band here, we could reach all the way up to 17,000 at this point now without too much problem. But it's becoming a little bit more not of a struggle, but a bit more laboured moves up at the moment. So I think that if we did break up and break out into that $17,000 area, it would provide us pretty much a perfect setup for a larger correction, a big one, like I say, 10 to maybe 20%. The reason I say that is that a move up with a drop down would force this into a correction downtrend mode. Basically, we would get this cross. We're already getting lower lows on this histogram. The histogram is basically forming essentially bearish divergence. It needs a correction. So we get this is kind of bearish, ready for a big pop-up, and probably be rejected at this trend line. This again is very high, but it's definitely got room to move up, and this looks like it has to come back down at some point. So if we don't come down at this level that we are at right now, then we'll pop up, blow off top, and then seriously correct. Anyway, what does this mean for XRP? So XRP basically still trying and wanting to get up to that 28-29 cent zone, but it's again, it's relatively laboured, just like Bitcoin. We've got really overextended RSI, we've got the MACD is very bullish still, the money flow index has got plenty of room to move. We're above the Ichimoku cloud at the moment, bringing us down. If we were to drop down, we'd be down to 26.2 cents. So there is the chance that we will make that target. The target would be between 28 and 31. It's very unlikely that it'll pop up all to that level at the moment, because the alts, some of these top cap alts are looking also topped out. We've got Chainlink's looking topped out, Ethereum's looking relatively toppy. But again, you know, when I'm saying topped out, there is always that opportunity and a quite likely chance that they will blow the top off and then correct, just as I'm expecting with Bitcoin. There is the chance that we will blow the top off and then correct. If we were to correct from the $17,000 area, come down 20%, that will bring us down to the green 50 exponential moving average. Now if we go to the weekly, where's the 20 weekly at the moment? Where would that be? $12,000 is where the 20 weekly is going to be. And where is the 50 exponential on the daily? 13,500. Okay, so we've got incremental steps down that we could make in the event that we break down. So far we're holding on this white one between the white and the orange. So that's the 7 simple moving average and the 10 exponential. These have basically been holding this entire move up, and that's what you'd expect for anything that's bullish. When we look at XRP, do we have the same kind of momentum? We have recently got the same kind of momentum. So again, you know, small corrections down, if they break down beneath these levels here, which would be today at around 26.33, breaking down from there would bring us all the way down to probably around 24. Don't think we'd break down below 24, and if we did, we'd be bought back up, and the bottom of the Bollinger Band is now down at 22.8. So there's a very, very strong chance that we do continue up from here, but then we would definitely reach our top. Don't think this rally is going to continue too much longer without a correction. The correction is definitely needed. It has to happen, because if it doesn't happen, if we continue all the way up, then we will have a prolonged downtrend like we've always had in these markets. So a prime example of that would be this rally here. This rally was phenomenal. Basically, people were getting excited when the bottom was in, and we rallied all the way down from the bottom to the top. We made a 300% gain, and then unfortunately from that level we corrected all the way down to here. This probably would have been the bottom at this level here if it wasn't for the situation in March, but this correction took basically half the year as a result of that. Essentially was a blow off top situation. So you know, we don't want that kind of extreme momentum. So if we were to rally from here all the way up to 20,000, we'd probably find ourselves in a downtrend similar to that for a prolonged period of time, bringing us into next year, sort of the end of spring. But if we're able to correct gently and appropriately now, it will allow buyers to filter themselves back in. If we go up too far too fast, basically everyone gets wrecked. There won't be any new money entering the market for a little while. Anyway, that is my analysis on this. Get ready for a little blow off top, and then a nice sizable retrace correction. Same with XRP, same with Bitcoin. But again, you know, if you want to eliminate a lot of the stresses of all these kind of things, I would seriously suggest you get on Bitsgap and try out some of these bots. Like I say, the account is free, and if you wanted to go ahead, you can pay for bots, but there are free services in there as well if you just wanted 1 or 2 bots. Anyway, I will leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. Take it easy.